Greetings, Shining Bulls and Shining Bears, and welcome to this, the 59th episode of the Crypto Astrology Podcast. Please note that financial astrology, similar to technical analysis, is not 100%. I, Maya Raghavan, am not an influencer. I am not a financial advisor. Rather, I am a financial astrologer, using the planetary positions as data inputs in my analysis of the probable nature of price movements. I do not make your decisions for you. Your decisions are up to you. Shining Bull content is here to stimulate your own thought process as you make your own decisions relating to your own finances for yourself and by yourself. Please do share my videos with others so that more people can benefit from my work as a financial Vedic astrologer. We're going to take a look at what this week holds for Bitcoin and Ether price. Remember that on ShiningBull.com you can get predictive books on Bitcoin and Ether price for this year and for the next few years, as well as several other books. These books let you recognize what is happening in the present moment so that you can put current price trends into context and properly understand what they will lead into next. When we look at the planets, we have an edge, and that edge is what Shining Bull is offering you. Now, here are the major movements in the sky that will be affecting us most on the Earth plane this week. On Monday, July 8th, in the very early morning UTC, Sun begins to trine Vakri retrograding Saturn. Sun is in Gemini, and I see this generating troubled political debates and communications from CEOs and maybe even from celebrities. Generally, this should have a depressing effect on Bitcoin and Ether price. This is the case until Thursday, July 11th in the very early morning UTC, when Sun reaches trine to Shanidev. It's likely that this generates the beginning of an upward rebound, especially for Bitcoin. On Saturday, July 13th at midday UTC, Dev Guru enters the Gemini Pada of Rohini Nakshatra. This means that powerful leaders have likely decided to start buying Bitcoin. Furthermore, people who play any type of leadership role in their lives generally will have a refreshed view on their plans going forward, which is nice. Those are the big moves in the sky this week. Next, I'm going to tell you a bit more about what I see for Bitcoin and Ether price this week. Please note that the Bitcoin by 2026, Bitcoin BTC 2024 predictions, ETH BTC 2024 predictions for the ratio, and Ethereum by 2026 books are available on ShiningBull.com. You may also be interested in Shining Bull ALTCOINS 2024, and experienced meme coin traders can check out MEMECOINS with Astrology. Now, let's look more up close at the week ahead for Bitcoin and Ether. I, the astrologer, live in Newfoundland, but I give the weekly predictions that I make on this podcast as per UTC time. I think the most important thing to tell you is that this Sunday, July 7th, I see a new important down move starting for Bitcoin when Moon passes Mercury in Pushya Nakshatra, while Mercury trines Rahu in the sky. I do not see us beginning a new clear bullish move until Sun enters Cancer on Wednesday, July 17th, around midday UTC. For example, starting this Sunday, a retest of either 53485 or 50901 is likely to begin for Bitcoin. For Ether, I see that the ETH BTC ratio keeps dropping, but then this Saturday, July 13th, I do see that ETH USDT starts climbing. This is the day ETH enters its new Moon-Saturn-Moon Dasha sequence. So ETH can recover from the drop against USDT sooner than Bitcoin, which should only start its strong new bullish move on Wednesday, July 17th, as mentioned. But it's likely that Ether drops more severely than Bitcoin up until Saturday. For intraday movements, support and resistance targets, experienced traders can check out the trading signal service on ShiningBull.com. Please read the disclaimer in the details section of this video below. So, that was the weekly forecast for the week ahead in Bitcoin and Ether price. Next, some news from the past week, which will impact the future of crypto and of civilization. On Thursday, July 4th, after Venus had passed his exact trine to Vakri Saturn in the sky, the German government transferred 1,300 bitcoins onto exchanges. The German government still holds 40,359 bitcoins according to a Wu blockchain article. Bitcoin price was also falling as a result of that same Venus transit. Venus, who transited second from Moon, was close to entering into the sign of Cancer. The second position relates to liquidity, and Cancer is generally speaking an unstable sign for Venus. At the same time, the Japanese exchange Mt. Gox started moving Bitcoin because it will be repaying its creditors. Even though they are repaying creditors in kind, people don't know how much of the Bitcoin will be sold off by its creditors once they receive it. Mt. Gox declared bankruptcy in February of 2014 because they realized at that time that 744,408 bitcoins had apparently been gradually stolen from their hot wallet beginning 3 years earlier in 2011. So basically, nobody knows how the German government's plans or the decisions of Mt. Gox's creditors will actually affect Bitcoin price. This, combined with Venus's sojourn into Cancer, leaves room for a lot of fake-out moves and price drops up until Sun enters Cancer, specifically for Bitcoin. At this moment, a lot of clarity will arrive regarding both of these factors. It's possible that, as I mentioned, this clarity can arrive as early as Thursday, July 11th, when Sun reaches trine to Saturn in the sky. However, I see that another further price loss is likely up until Wednesday, July 17th, midday UTC, which is when I see Sun's entrance into Cancer generating something quite special related to the actions of administrators and CEOs, and to an unexpected result related to the German government and the Mt. Gox creditors. So, and by the way, it's also possible that right before then, on Wednesday, July 17th, the drop is stronger or reaches its profundity, its depth of drop, I'm saying, and then rebounds on Wednesday, July 17th. So that should be quite special. And actually quite positive in the end. So that's all for this week. I will see you next week, and I'm happy to be back in our regular format, and I will have more from you, for you from here, our regular format. So I hope very much that this week is positive for you, and that that the transits bode well for you and give you, in the end, more clarity going forward. And I hope that you are getting good results from everything that you do, and continuing forward on your path. Thank you, and see you next week.